You are in the chat, Juma. You are logging now. Okay, so we have reached till here. If you enter the value here, immediately it will appear in the right side. Okay, next what we have to do, we have to apply the edit functionality. So for edit functionality, first we will see the use params. Use params. So let's go. The login. Okay, I will share you the code of this much. Delete is happening. Delete. I share the save function plus their variable. See there. Here. This much you need to replace. Into your chat. Then I will share the first table. The first table we have created. That is to take the input from text box. So now happening. We'll create the next component eat.js. Not component 8, component 9 you create, hook9.js. Hook 8 will be for the editing purpose. 6 is for adding the data. No, 7 is for adding the data. 7 is for adding the data. And 8 is for, 7 is for adding and listing and deleting. Inside the component number 7, what you are doing? Saving, listing and deleting. Component number 8 will do the edit part. So create next directly hook 7. Hook 9, not hook 7. Hook9.js. 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 inside the hook 9, import React on React. Let's import use params. Use params from React router down. Call the link also here. Use params and link. Call both. Const const hook 9, my hook 9 use params used to capture value from URL in React. Use params used to capture value from URL in React. Right here, let's do your name is name, but this name came from where? No idea. So we can write here name. You can keep as a full name. Next, after that, come inside, write a const full name params, something like this. Once we complete the flow, then we will come to know where is the full name, how is receiving, where is coming from. Let's write it. I will guide you. We will get to know easily. Okay, hope ready. Save this file in the routing. Hook 9 you can import under the app.js file. Import hook 9. Hook 9. Keep a link here. Hook 9. Hook 9 slash. You are receiving one variable, remember? What is the variable you have received in the hook 9 file? Full name. Check now. Variable name is what? Full name only, no? Now in full name, you are going to pass from here some default value. Suppose I write my name SIYRAM. You can write your name. Hook 9 slash value. So for the full name variable, this becomes a fixed value. Okay. For hook 9, this becomes a fixed value. Sorry, for full name. For full name variable, this becomes a fixed value. Default value, you can say. Now coming down, while creating the link, you cannot create the link directly. You have to go here and you have to write here call hook 9 slash colon that variable name. Hook 9 slash colon, what is that variable name? Variable name is full name. And in full name, you have passed here the default value, right? Now here pass is a hook 9. Once you run the page and click on link, by default it will display the default value. My hook 9. Getting default value. Correct. You can see default value is coming. In browser URL, you can change manually also. Suppose I will go there, I'll change the Bangalore and enter. It will display below Bangalore. Change here in the browser manually, Mumbai. Enter. Below it will display the Mumbai. This is called use params. When we pass the data from browser URL, when we pass a value to a component through the URL, that happens through the use params. What is not coming? Compare one by one. But sit there only. Compare. Look here. First go to the hook 9. Are you calling the use params?
Yes.
Compare this. What variable you printed? Compare this. What variable you called here? Compare this. What is the name of the component? Compare that. Component name, what you have given? Hook 9.
Yes.
Then after that, go to the app file. Import here hook 9. After importing hook 9, compare this variable. Compare below this line. That is also same. No, so me I will say the wrong. What is that? Click here. Go to that file hook 9. Use PARAMS. Use params. Why you called use param 2 times? Let me see here. We are calling use params 1 time. You are calling use param 2 times. Comma, why there in the last? Little common sense we need to apply that. Go to the code. Why last comma after link? Yes, save now. Becoming. When you write the code, correct? You should read, no, what we have written. Simply you say working, written correct, without reading the line. Okay, so use params what we did. Now look at here. You will ask the full name. What is the full name? It's a variable name. It can be anything. Now whatever you try to access here, the same variable name should be under the app.js file. In app.js file, look at here, while set up the routing, what variable name you are given? Full name. So this should be the same as what you are given here. It's a kind of a variable. Under the variable, default value you are passing, and whichever the value will be under this, your component, under the component use params you are given, use params will take the value of this variable, and after that you can print inside easily. So use params is responsible to take the value of browser URL by this variable name and then give you inside the page. We will create one more variable. Come to app.js file. Any other buddy have error? Any other person have the error? Okay, no error. Come next. See here, we are passing one name, pass one more called city name. Come down below, full name slash colon city. Full name slash colon city. So full name is one variable and city becomes another variable. Pass here the value by default and pass here the name of the city. Ready? Given the variable and default value. Now come to the again hook 9 file. So colon used to create the variable as a routing variable. People ask in interview how to create a variable in the routing. So you can say using colon. Okay. People ask how to create a routing variable. So we can say using colon. Variable name will start with the colon, and that will be called as a routing variable. So here city become as a routing variable. Full name become as a routing variable. Come to the hook 9 and you receive one more value. What variable you have passed from there? CITY. H2 we can write here. You are in city. You are in city. Now if you click on city, it will display you below you are in particular city. You have to reload the page and click on the link. It will say particular name and from where? Bangalore. So both values are coming from where? URL, and we are able to receive it. This value we can change also. Okay, so how to change? Let's come to this page. In the same page. Okay, in the same page, use a p tag. Inside the p tag, write the link tag. Link to slash hook 9 slash first variable is full name. Ramesh slash Pune. Okay, Ramesh slash Pune. Now this line you copy paste some few times. Change the value. Ramesh Ganesh Harish Gopi and Manu. Change the city name. Pune, Chennai. Kolkata. Delhi. Bangalore. Something. Chennai. Put the same name here. Ganesh is here written here. Here also should be Ganesh. Harish is here written here. Here also should be Harish. Now, whichever the link you click, that particular details of the user should come. Try once. Changing values. On button click. Hyperlink click. Whichever the hyperlink you click, the value should change. Whichever the hyperlink we click, the value should change. Whichever the hyperlink we click, the value should get changed. Right, see here. Changing. So, what is the logic here? First, understand the logic. On click of hyperlink, you are changing the value in browser URL. On click of hyperlink, we are changing the value in the browser URL. When the browser URL value is getting changed, when we are changing the value in the browser URL, what we did here? We have captured the value of the browser URL in two variable. One is called full name, another one is called city. One side you are clicking, another side you are receiving. Correct? So after clicking, what is the value? Receive and display. Again, after clicking, what is the value? Receive and display. That happen here. Okay? This is called use params. Use params. With the help of that, you can do many things. Okay. When you go to the Flipkart, in Flipkart, when you search the product, you remember when you search the product in the browser, URL will get changed. Have you recognized or not? When you search the product, URL will get changed. According to URL, the data will come. In Google, when you search something, URL will get changed. According to URL, data will come. Right? So those all happen through what? Not exactly use params only. We have some other method as well. But in React, we have called use params. The parameter of the URL we can capture and we can display inside the page. Okay. Now, based on this, we are going to do the edit user. Based on this, we are going to do the edit user. Here inside the hook number 7, we have a listing of the users. We'll have an edit button. Once we click on edit, it will go to the other page. And in other page, it will display the details of the user where we can modify and update. Okay. Come next then. So first create a file called hook8.js. Hook8.js is for the editing purpose. Hook8.js is for the editing purpose. We created the file which is hook8. Hook8.js. In hook8.js, you can take the copy of hook7. Hook7, you can copy everything and paste under the hook8. And delete the second table, listing part. Delete the second table, that is listing part. Delete the second table, that is called listing part. Delete the second table, that is called listing part. Okay. Now you have a delete functionality on the top. You have a delete user function. Is that required? Listing we have deleted. So this delete function is not required. No, delete user. Delete that. Delete that. You are displaying the user length. That is also not required. In H1 you can change here called edit user. In H1 we can change here called edit user. Done. Okay. Next, after that, in that, delete all the function and all. Whichever you have written, let it be only variables. Use params, this function, all you delete. Keep only variables. 3 variables was there. Let it be 3 variables. Delete other stuff. You don't need that. We require, but we will rewrite it. Just form I have taken so that we can reuse it. Okay, hope done till here. Next, we have a function. See, on button click, you are calling the save function. Calling or not? Save button click. Which function we call? Save use save function. Function is not there. It will give the error. Remove that. You can write here update user. Instead of save user, we can change to update user. Update user. Okay. Next, after that, what is your function name? Hook 7 already exists. How it will work? It should be hook 8. My hook 8 to change in the top. My hook 8 to change in the last. Modification done. Let me know if you have modified. Good. Now add in the routing. This file we have to add in the routing. Your component name is called myhook8. Myhook8. Come to the app.js file. In app.js file, okay, so I have to add in the routing. Come to the routing. While adding the routing, we have to add in little different way. Okay, so how you will add? I will guide you. Link you are not going to create here. Okay, we are not going to create the link here. First import the component. Component number 8 you import here. After importing the component number 8, okay, don't give any link here. Okay, directly come to the routing. Copy added, come down below here. Link you know it well. Okay, to get /:id. ID. Call here Phuket. Hook ready? Hookit / id my hookit. You cannot run this file directly. Okay, we are going to link this file from the listing page. We are going to link this file from the listing page. So hope other pages are not affected. This edit button is there. Once you click on edit, then it will go to that page. Okay, so after adding this, come to now hook 7 page. Come to now hook 7 page. Under the hook 7 page, the hook 7 page, hook 7 page, you have a listing below. Right, check here. Link we are calling on the top or not? Are you calling the link under the hook 7? No link. Link is not there. Link tag. You have to import the link tag. Import. Where will be the link tag? How to import the link? Import link from where? Anyone? Link from? Yeah, written 2 times. Huh? Yes, remember. React router down. Come down below where we have created the edit link. Edit we are given. Now we need to link it. Link to slash hook 8 slash pass number 1 slash close the link after edit. Okay, edit given. You got the edit link. If you click on edit link, where it is going? If you click on edit link, it should go to the hook 8. Right? You can see edit user page comes. If you click on edit link, edit page will come. Yes, something similar. But whenever you click, you can see in the browser URL, the value will be 1. Hook 8/1. Every time it will be 1 only. We want to make it dynamic. We want to make it dynamic. Getting a not error? Is the page is redirecting to the hook 8? When you click on edit, your page is going to the hook 8 or not? Your page should come to the hook 8. Now under the hook 8, it should display the details of particular user. Okay, so pass this number now dynamically. So for that, what we will do, go here, and this double quote what you have written, you need to remove the double quote. And in your computer, you have the backtick symbol. Do you remember the backtick? Where is the backtick? Backtick. Below the escape key in the top left corner. It's like it's a single quote. Below the escape key on the top left corner, there will be one single quote kind of symbol. It's called as backtick. Or people call it a tilde symbol also. Call that. Okay. Inside that, you will pass slash hook 8 slash dollar user of ID, because this ID should be dynamic. I will share you the link also. ID should be dynamic. It is not single quote. The quote what you are following, it is not the single quote. It is called backtick. Now every click it will pass the new number. Every time it will give the new number. Okay, hope ready. Now click on edit button and check every time new number is passing in the browser URL or not. Book 8/ new number will come. Suppose I went here. I click on the last edit, that is called 5. So it will pass in the browser URL hook 8/5. Again, let me go back. Click on edit third one. In browser URL, it will come hook 8/3. So different number is passing for you or not. Please check once. In browser URL, the ID will be different. Hook 8/. So a static and dynamic, both the statement you are passing together.
കണ്ണത് കഴിക്കണമെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കി പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാ സത്യം ദേഷ്യം കേട്ടോ ഇതെന്ത് മനസ്സിലാവുമെന്ന് പറ.
Happening. Now we'll come to directly hook 8 file. In hook 8 file, we have to import the use params. Import use params, use PARA, use params from React router DOM. Use params from React router DOM. Use params React router DOM. Use params React router DOM. Use params React router DOM. So added. Now come down below. You have to receive the ID of the hospital, ID of the this one, ID of the URL. So how to capture that? Const variable name was ID equal to use params. Use params. Below you can write edit user number. Edit user number ID. Edit user number ID. Edit user number ID. Click on edit and see now different numbers are coming on out. Happening. So whichever the edit you click, that particular user ID will appear on the edit page. Whichever the edit button will click, that particular user ID will appear under the edit page. Saying user number 3. If you click edit on user number 5, user number 5 will come. Click edit on user number 3 or 2, user number 2, right? Edit coming or not? Coming. Number. Anyone have error? No error, right? Now it should be editable. If you click on here, suppose number 2 is saying, so 2 number user details should come here. And then we can edit and then update. So go to the code and write a function here called get user const get user equal to fat arrow and come inside right here if variable url equal to, you can copy the user url, you can copy the user url from the previous component, which is the user url. You have the url here, no? This url we have, so that url we need to copy and keep here. Okay, url we need to copy and paste here. User slash id we need to give. After that you will write here axios.get, axios.get, pass inside url, pass inside url dot then response, response. After the response you will write here pick name. Under the pick name, the response of data dot name will go, because it is going to bring a particular user details from the JSON server. Name will be there, mobile will come, pick mobile, pick mobile. Inside will pass response dot data dot mobile. Next we'll write pick age, pick age function. Inside will write response dot data dot age, data dot age. Now this get user function you need to call on load. For that we have to write a function called use effect. Use effect we are calling on the top. Yeah, we are calling. So use EFFECT, use effect function. We can call here under the use effect function. You can pass their call get user function and comma 1. So whichever the edit button you click, that particular user details will display you below editable. That user details will display you below as a editable. User details will display you below and it will be even editable. We can edit that. Okay, so hope we have written. Now click on edit button and check now. Once you click on edit button, particular user details is coming in edit form. When we click on edit button, particular user details should come in edit page. Whichever you click, that should come as a editable. Yeah, it should be editable. Check now. On click of edit, the details of user is coming in text boxes. Yes, no should come. 2% said something. It should come editable. Let me go here, hook 7, add a new user, and let us see. I will keep my name called SIRAMYADAD, phone number something, age something. Now click on save that. I should see details should come here. If I click on edit, in next page, it should be editable. You can see here. It's coming in edit mode. Now after modification, if you click on update, it should get updated. After modification, if you click on update, it should get updated. Hmm. How it will come? If you write properly, then it will come now. Page is loading or not? Check this much. This is the code for that. This is the code for that. I have shared the code used now. You are in the Zoom now. Write this to function. See, first day what I have suggested, whoever has followed, they will not be losing the confidence. I have asked first day, you have to set up the how many project? 3 project. One's for the class and 2 for the homework. Have you done that? 3 project is there. Even not 2 is there, only 1 is there. Okay. If you not listen the word, you cannot do anything. Those things you are implementing, it is the actual work of developer. So practice, do here once and repeat in home 10 times. Till you will not understand the flow, you repeat it. Repeat it, repeat it. Okay. If you do once and you will feel like I have understood, yes, understood, but you have not learned it. Understanding and learning both are different. I will share you this both the line of code. Take this and then let me know is it happening or not. So means JSON server is running. Show me the code. Preview page is loading. Edit page. दिखाओ दिखाओ दिखाओ. What you have written the code? Work. Are you calling the use params? You have not written the full code how it will work. Look at here. We have used a property here. Can you see? We have used here value property for the text box. Can you see that? Value equal to full name. Below value equal to mobile number. Below value equal to age. Is it for you? You have not written that line. You have not written value property, no? Right. Okay. So data will come in edit form. Now after doing the edit here, if you click on update button, it will get updated in the backend, right? It will get updated in the backend. So we can go here, we can modify something. Whichever the modification we do, we click on update button, it should update in the backend. So that update work we'll do tomorrow. Update work we'll do tomorrow, and then we'll see. Tomorrow we'll log in 9:30 only. So similar way, you create a page, store the data. See, this project is running, leave that. You should have a second project. In the second project, how hook 7 is working. Similar way, create a page, store some book name, price, quantity, author, create a listing page, do the delete functionality, again apply a edit page. How happening in this page? Similar way, apply in other page also. Which one? Yours one, edit book in other project, not in this. You will get very good idea. But if you will not practice twice, thrice, this all are the confusion thing. Okay, and this is not dummy content you are learning. If you ask any React developer what they do, they save the data, list the data, edit the data, delete the data. Okay, every time for every developer in their career, 4 work: saving the data, listing the data, editing the data, and deleting the data. Okay, so those what JSON server you are seeing as of now, please practice on that. It will be request from my side. You should practice on that. If you will not practice, 100% sure there will be confusion. You will forget it. Okay, you will forget it. So please spend some time, revise this particular. Other you have forget, that's okay, but this you should not forget. React developers survive in the market based on this logic only. They should be able to deal with the API, get the data, and manage with that. Okay, till you can say